It's Christmas Day, it's 69 degrees Fahrenheit, it's a beautiful day, and we're on the beach. Who can ask for any more? So tell you a little bit about the background and the history of this area in Myrtle Beach, which is near the North Carolina border. We're in South Carolina. So if we go back to the pre-European settlements, the Waccamaw indigenous peoples used to live in this area and fish on the rivers and in the ocean and so forth, and it had quite an established presence here. And then when the Spanish first came in, and they were the early European settlers, they tried to establish a colony here in about 1526, but it lasted a year. Disease wiped them out, and it took quite some time for any kind of settlement to come back from the Europeans. The British in the late 1600s and into the 1700s started coming back into this area. And if you look at Myrtle Beach itself, that area was not very well developed, but just south of here, maybe 20 miles, is Georgetown, and that became the big rice capital in the South and in North America. And so a lot of plantations grew up around this area, but this area that we know today as Myrtle Beach really didn't get going until about 1900, 1901, when it was still called, in the early development period, Newtown. And there was a competition, and they renamed it Myrtle Beach in 1901. But the incorporation of the city itself didn't take place until 1957, a long time after that. But Myrtle Beach became a tourist mecca. Today it draws over 20 million people a year. It's one of the top destinations in the United States. Families especially love coming here because of the Grand Strand. The beach goes on for about 60 miles all the way into North Carolina and all the way south, about a third of the way down the coast here of South Carolina. So it is a beautiful place to vacation and lots of things to do. Murrells Inlet is just south of here, maybe about 12 miles, and it has a magical ecosystem, estuaries, wildlife. They even have some domesticated goats that they put on a little island just off the coast that becomes a tourist trap, as it were. But it's interesting. It adds to the color of it. But it's definitely worth a visit. Myrtle Beach, big thumbs up.